LP. You could check us out every Tuesday with TWD. Like I said, we have a rotating staff of TWD hosts, but for some reason, it's been me and Denise every week. But that's cool because we have fun. Yeah. We have a great time. So I was going to say, how about we do the trivia first, and then we can go into a bio if you want to knock out a bio.
Okay, good. Sounds good.
Okay, so I'll do my one of my trivia questions first, and then you could do one, and then we'll go back and forth on the trivia.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds good.
So when they were taking off to take the cantaloupe to Negan's group, the kid tells Morgan, or Morgan asked the kid, because the kid says he's trying to impress a girl. I know this is kind of sad because we lost the kid.
Right.
Benjamin. But on the other hand, Morgan asks, who was the girl? So it's a pretty good question, because now if that girl was in any kind of relationship or anything with him and he's lost, it's gonna be he's not around anymore. So that girl's gonna be going through a hard time. So I just thought that was a pretty good trivia question.
Yeah.
Who is the girl? Who is the girl? Morgan asked, but he didn't answer the question. So, who is the girl that Benjamin is talking about? All right. What do you got?
Whose name was on the backpack?
Oh, are you serious?
Yep.
We have the same one. See,
whose name was on the backpack?
See,
that's because we think alike.
I know. Me, all honesty, to all our listeners who listen tonight, who listen all week, me and Denise, we don't talk about it before the show because we like to surprise each other. Yeah, so that was my second trivia question was who was on the backpack.
See, great minds think alike.
I know. That was a totally cool. The reason I wanted to throw that in there is because that's where he dug his grave at, and I'm thinking that was his daughter. What do you think?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so that's why I wanted to use that trivia question. All right, so I guess you got one more trivia question then, or how many?
Yep.
Wait, so
I got two more.
Two more. Okay, go.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Real true fans will know this. How many walkers did Carol kill with the sign?
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Because that was a pretty badass scene, I think. Excuse my French, guys. Excuse my French.
See if y'all were paying attention.
Yeah. And I remember because, excuse me. I'm drinking. I either drink cherry Pepsi or I drink Dr. Pepper because Pepsi messes with my sleep. But tonight, all they had was Pepsi, so I got Pepsi. And I think that's what's giving me that little.
It must be.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a really good one. I like that one right there.
Yeah. And the last one I have is why were they going to have to burn the crops that were closest to the building?
Oh, I like that one too.
Why were they going to have to burn the crops? That was a great scene, by the way.
Yeah. And everybody keeps talking about that scene when she says, "I'm gonna pee my pants," but.
It was like I think I peed myself. That was great. I just busted up. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that was a pretty. It's the weird thing about the strange thing about that scene is the way she was dressed. Because everybody else seemed to be dressed normal in the kingdom, and she came out dressed a little different than everybody else in the kingdom.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's strange. Everybody, dresses with what they have. I guess it was a little different than the rest of them.
Yeah, because they do laundry, they sew.
Yeah.
And she was like a different kind of religion or something than everybody else. That's what it kind of felt like to me. So it was kind of odd. So I know you got an awesome bio tonight. I can't wait to hear it. You know, that's my favorite part.
Yeah. I know it. You want to take a break first, or do you want to go ahead and get right into it?
We can go into it because we're already 20 minutes into the podcast.
Okay.
It goes by quick when we're on the air.
It does. It does. I did it on Gavin, which is the group that comes to. He's a lieutenant for Negan that comes to the kingdom to collect the offering. Okay. So that's who that is. So I did it on him. His real name is Jason Warner Smith. And I'm going to do a little bit on him that was in the episode. He seems pretty level-headed. He seems more compromising, more... he's not always about beating somebody half to death or anything like that.
Yeah.
He seems to respect Ezekiel, because Ezekiel does take the meeting seriously. He's always got this offering, so he doesn't give Ezekiel too much crap, really. But he's not above deceiving anybody, because he's tried a few times telling Ezekiel, "Oh, it's not all here," and he's like, "Oh, you better check again." Yes, it is. So he's tried.
Yeah. So what all is going on with him?
He hang on just a second here. Okay. He seems pretty. He's pretty loose with his guys, though. If you ask me, that Jared boy, he should have beat him half to death. He was going to. He was pretty concerned with what Jared did, to Benjamin.
Yeah.
When he found out that Benjamin had died, he was like, "Oh, you better just go now. Just keep walking. Don't give me a look. Don't give me nothing. Go or I'll kill you now." So he's not, and he doesn't taunt like the rest of the saviors. So it makes me wonder what's going to happen in the future with him a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I think you're talking like you feel like a lot of the saviors are going to go over to Rick's side.
I think so. I think Gavin might be one of them, because he didn't like what happened. He didn't like what that Jared did. He's like, Simon and those saviors, they get a kick out of, beating somebody or shooting somebody. They think it's great.
Yeah.
So he's not, he doesn't seem that way. But
one of the things I said early in the podcast was that I think that if there was any problems, I think that Negan was going to get upset with them if there was any problems like they had, because that's the reason he reacted like that. Because I guess the kingdom is the only ones that weren't supposed to, they weren't supposed to have any problems with him. I guess King Zeke and Negan have a bigger, maybe something else going on that we don't know about.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably why one of the reasons that they're in the situation that they are. And but once again, I could be wrong, but that's something that I thought about when I saw that. When I saw that. So you got some more bio for him, or?
Yeah. He's actually, which is an interesting thing. He's born in Atlanta, Georgia, so he's right there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, isn't that's bizarre? It's great. He's an actor in film, television, and theater. He starred in theater at the age of 9, and since that time, he has been in a play, a television show, or a film every year of his life. That's amazing. Performing mostly in theater, he's amassed quite a resume. he's more of a character actor. Okay, mostly that's what he was doing, a lot of character acting. But in 2011, he starred in a supporting role in the 2011 remake of Footloose, and that was the beginning of a new chapter in his life. He has performed supporting and leading roles in films and television shows such as Anchorman 2, The Vampire Diaries, Mississippi Grind, Fox's Sleepy Hollow, and he's best known for his portrayal of the horrifying, despicable death row serial killer Wendell Jelks on Rectify.
Okay, so he got some pretty extensive resume,
he's got a good resume. That role helped him move on to, in 2015, he performed major supporting roles in Devil in the Deep Blue Sea, Christine, The Birth of a Nation, just awesome. The Book of Love, Heavy Water, I Saw the Light, Mississippi Grind. He's got a awesome resume. He's I didn't realize, he was that into it. But he had. Yeah.
I'm actually starting, now that you're bringing all these up, I'm starting to remember him because I knew he looked familiar, but I couldn't place him for a second there. But now that you mention these, I'm starting to remember him in some of these other shows. I do got a quick announcement. I did find Heath. I know he's on the new 24th. He's the new agent or whatever, super agent or whatever. But I did find Heath, and he is in Skull. So me and Steve went to go see Skull Island last night, and Heath is in Skull Island, and he survives.
Wow, awesome!
So it was pretty good. The thing about it is that I know you probably read it on my thing. Eazy-E and Dr. Dre, the two people that played in the Straight Outta Compton movie, were both in Skull Island, Kong.
Wow.
So
good.
Yeah, so if we went to go see it in 3D, me and Steve's last night. So if you do decide to go do it, I'd recommend watching it in 3D.
Oh, cool.
But shout out to Heath. I can't remember his real name right now, but shout out to Heath. Because Tara's got back and Heath didn't come back, but look at all the stuff he got going on. So maybe we could look into more of the backstory and see what happened with Heath. Maybe he joined up with Negan's group or something. I don't know.
That's possible. That's a good idea. That's a great idea. The one quick note on Jason, he doesn't give his age anywhere.
Really?
It's a secret, I guess. It's unknown.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he hasn't said his age, which is which I think is kind of funny.
People, but, my age jumps out at different places. It's the weirdest thing. I've even tried to Google my name, and it jumps. Even my buddy today, he goes, "You're 42 years old," and I'm like, "Dude, you're a few years off, but you're pretty close."
But yeah, it gets his age is unknown, which I thought was a little quirky almost.
Yeah. But that's what's her name? Beth, not Beth, the one from the Golden Girls. She's never told her age. Along with the woman from the Gilligan's Island, Thurston Howell III's wife.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah,
those two actresses have never told their age.
Good. They don't need to, right?
And they were, and they were, and you got to imagine they were in acting their whole life, their entire life. So they spent their entire life on the screen. So just imagine that,
Yeah.
All the time that goes by into that. So you're on KBLP. Did you have any more to add to it? I don't have anything to add to that one because I didn't know anything about him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Usually I jump in and say a few things, but this one I don't know anything about.
Yeah, he was I think he's interesting because of his attitude. He's not, into, berating anybody or taunting them. He just says, okay, this is it. You know, he kind of